Everybody, welcome to Visual Communication Media. My name is Adam Rozeski. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Welcome to the end of week one. Just give everybody a heads up of what's going on. So we have our discussion posts that are due tonight. Both your reply or your initial posts. Keep in mind, next week initial posts are on Tuesday. Reply posts are on Saturday, so keep that in mind with that. Also, any live lecture assignments and written assignments are on Sunday night, which are tomorrow. I'll also be posting the live lecture link tomorrow as well for you, so that way you have it for a lecture on Monday. Keep in mind, lectures are going to be on Monday as well. If you have any questions, just let me know. Announcements. Also, if you need any help with the assignments or anything, please take a look at the end of Module 1's lecture. I go over each one of those in detail and I give examples of those as well. Please let me know if you can find those and reach those. That would be great. Other than that, I figured I'd talk about the last part of your assignment this week, which is lines, and how they kind of play a part with everything in sensory responses. Now, much like color, balance, and nonverbal communication, lines help promote the five senses in more ways than one, such as taste, smell, sight, hearing, and touch in some ways or form. By using specific lines, we can evoke different emotions and different feelings and how they're combined a lot of times. Now, lines are the straightest form of communication. They're one of the basic elements. They direct the flow of content, they divide space, and they're also creating emphasis on specific areas. Each type of line represents a different kind of mood or sense a lot of times. For example, straight lines give trust and rigidity to a lot of things. However, not much flexibility in those. Whatever structure they are, they're great. They show the impression of consistency and strictness. Groups and companies like to use this to show organization and reliability with structure a lot of times. Now, curved lines are a little bit different. They're more playful. They show grace. These lines are a lot more flexible and can bend based upon the art style that you're using a lot of time. Companies that use these like to put viewers at ease and show a different version of trust, letting them know that this is more fun rather than kind of just strict and to the point a lot of times. Now, diagonal lines are super pleasing to the eye. If you have too many of them, unfortunately, like this image right here, your eye can get some tension a lot of times, so you got to be careful how that works with it. They're helped to direct viewers' eyes. They're meant for direction and for highlighting specific areas. So they're used to promoting exciting events most of the time, and that's what really works great. Now, thick, dark lines, they're a little bit more different. They show confidence, boldness. That's why you see these a lot in like movie posters and also like sporting events and music concerts. These, or some type of like event that's really huge, these are meant for groups to appear successful or stuff to appear like this is awesome. You need to go do this because it's confidence, and a lot of the things are tied to that. Now, thin line lines are a little bit different. They're meant for delicacy and gentleness. They're meant for organized but not an overbearing look a lot of times. A lot of companies that use these are like fashion and beauty. Now, this doesn't mean to be consistent like straight lines. These could be curved lines, dotted lines. It just depends on the company that's using them and what type of message they're trying to portray a lot of times. But you see thin light lines, it's usually tied to showcase something that's beautiful, a lot of elements, or has some type of style. The last thing that we're talking about is group lines. And group lines are like data tables. They're meant to show exploration, used to show data and facts easily. Companies use these to prove logic a lot of times and use numbers to base off the trust of the viewer a lot of times. So when you see group lines a lot, they're meant to showcase data to prove the point of what's being shown right there. Kind of ties into a little bit of some emotional and visual techniques a lot to convince the user, hey, 9 out of 10 people like this thing, you should go use that, some aspect. So that's what group lines tend to do. Other than that, that's all I got. So keep in mind of your due dates. Again, tonight you have your discussion posts, both of them due tonight. And then on Sunday, you have your written assignment, your live lecture. Please make sure the live lecture is turned in because that's tied to your attendance. There is no late for that. It's just automatic pass or fail. So if you can't make it, please contact me immediately and we can work something out. Other than that, be safe, have fun, enjoy. Hope to see everybody for lecture on Monday. Keep an eye out for my lecture link on tomorrow. And that's all I got. All right, be safe, have fun, enjoy, everybody. Take it easy. Bye-bye.